Hello. Many have emailed me asking me the question on what is an internal art and what is an external art. So right now I'd like to share with you my view on internal art and external art. For me, internal art or external art is actually really clearly defined. It is not anything fuzzy or mysterious at all. So let's get to the core of the internal art and external art. The core of the internal and external art in martial art is about power or force handling. So the external art have its unique way of handling power or force. The internal art have its unique way of handling force. It is a two different kind of animal. Okay. The term I use for external art is body type of power handling or power generations. For the internal art is force line type of power generations or power handling or force handling or force generations. And it deals with force flow. Okay. So body type of power generations, when they need to handle power or generate power, they need to deal with the body motion using the external space. As for the internal art or the force line type of power generations or force flow handling is using the force flow within the body to handle the power generations or handling the power. Okay? So the external one is using the motion, and you need the space to generate or to handle this power or force. As for the internal is using the force flow within the body to handle the force or the power. Okay? Now let's make you an example. Okay? Say I do this Tan Sao. Like it or not, this is moving my arm. I need this space. Okay? So this is an external. Okay? Now, if I don't have the space and I don't move my limb, I cannot do this Tan Sao. Okay? Now, at this contact, this is where things can be different. If I hold my body, say like in the triangle shape or whatever, or in a certain geometry, and I use my hip, okay, to push, to brace, that is an external because I use my body movement and I need this space. Okay, say for example the hip to brace outward, to push, to brace outward. Okay, I push my body for that. Now, if we do the internal art or the force line type or the force fly handling, per this contact, right away the force flow in my body is set up, and I handle it via the force flow without moving my body. Okay, I can receive the incoming force into my body, okay, without moving my body. Okay, of course you might move a little bit slightly in those force because a human need to move the body, but you know it is using the force flow part. Okay, so if I do this, that is the external. If I do this, I link with his force and I play with the force flow in my body, within my body, that's internal. Okay, and you see there's different type of stuff here. So in order to play with this force flow in my body, I need to know about my coupling to the ground, coupling to the opponent, and the force flow path and how to handle or how to manipulate the action-reaction force. While the force, the external or body type, it deals with holding the structure and push with the body. Okay, so hopefully you can see the difference there. Okay. Now, in terms of the internal art or the force flow play, or what we call the Jing, when I come to contact or coupling with the opponent, okay, I took his force or received his force, and using my force flow play within my body, okay, that is we call Rou Jing or soft Jing. You can use this to neutralize, to do a whole bunch of stuff. Now, if I suddenly do this, that is a sudden accelerations of the body to move or to manipulate the force flow in the body to generate an impulse. That is called Fa Jing. Okay, so this is two different type of stuff there. The soft and the injection of impulse. Those things need to be trained. There are different mechanics in the body to do that. Okay? Now, for the training, the development of the internal, usually you need to have the body really loose. You need to deal with the breathing and the meridian flow. That is to get a high efficiency in handling the force flow within the body. As for the external or the body type, usually it deals with lock or hold the body into a certain geometry and use the body to push. Okay? So these are two different types of training. Now, in the training of internal art or force flow, there is a common denominator with all the ancient internal arts. However, due to the different combat strategy of different styles, the force flow handling way, or the way of handling force flow or general force flow will not be the same. They have their uniqueness. Like Wing Chun is fighting this inner gate center line. It's very different from other art where you go round and round. Okay, nothing but good or bad, but the handling of the force flow is different. Thereby, the development, the process development is different. Okay. Now, finally, you see, at this level, up to this level, it is a technology, it's engineering. It doesn't relate to Tao, the Zen, the philosophy. At this level, if those level is far, far away, okay, very, very advanced level, if that exists, okay. So for me, is if this at this lower level, the force flow, the breathing flow, the chi flow, if this is not handled and it's not defined clearly, and there's no process for doing that, well, the philosophy, the Tao, the Zen, all these things actually doesn't help. Okay, it doesn't get you to this point. Okay, so this is what it is. For me, what I see is that I don't understand why people are spending a whole lifetime on Tao and Zen and this, but not be able to define this. If you cannot define it, you cannot make it happen. If you want to bring a concept to this physical world as a design engineer, you have a concept, you do not have the technology, you do not know the process, there's no way you can realize it. Okay? So this is what it is, what I understand. Okay?